So I've read over 150 books so far this year already, okay? 157 if we're being accurate, but who's really counting? Me. I'm counting. It's been a really grueling, hard decision, okay, but I thought we could rank the top 10 reads of the year so far, so let's go. Coming in at number 10, okay, we have the most recent addition to this list, and that's Perfume by Patrick Süskind. I won't natter on about this book any more than I already have in recent times, okay, but just know this has solidified itself in my god tier books. Okay, you might be thinking, why is it not higher? I don't know. Okay, I don't know. And then there's Satan's Affair by H.G. Carlton. Now, controversially, okay, I actually prefer the novellas to the main shebang that is Haunting and Hunting Adeline, the Cat and the Mouse duet. When I read this, Sibby, you're something. You're truly something, aren't you? You're one of a kind. And then we have The Historian by Elizabeth Kostova. This is the most unique Dracula-esque inspired book that I've ever read. I do think though that this book is quite divisive. Okay, you're either going to think it's way too slow, it's way too academic, and it's dry and dusty, or you're going to be on the complete opposite side and you're going to be with me thinking that the pacing and the setting and the dreary atmosphere, how dense it was absolute perfection. And then we're switching up the genres completely, okay? And we've got The Court of Ravens duology by Liv Sander. The first book, Feathers So Vicious, okay, it just clawed my heart right out of my chest. And the second book, Shadows So Cruel, okay, it soothed that gaping wound that the first book left, but really did it actually, or did it put a plaster over the wound? Because I'm still in pain when I recollect this book. And then there's the book that on this list I think makes me the most uncomfortable to speak about, and that's Pinata by Tori Vega. Now, please take this seriously when I say I would only recommend this book to people who have read a lot of extreme horror, okay? Because it's not supposed to be a comfortable read. It's supposed to make you uncomfortable. It's supposed to provoke you. I actually don't know how to talk about it. And then there's the Hunger Games trilogy by Suzanne Collins. I know, not to brag, but I read this for the first time this year. Yeah. Prior to reading this trilogy, okay, I'd only ever seen the first and second film adaptation. I went in blind to the third, and oh my goodness. And then there's Lie With Me by Philippe Besson. I still could not comprehend how a book that was shorter than 150 pages had me in tears, in emotional turmoil, but it did. It did. And then we entered the top 3, okay, the top 3 books of the year. Woo! And if you're new here, you might not know that one of my favourite horror writers, okay, it's R.J. Powell. So coming in at spot number 3 is Vasectomy. Boy. And I am a broken record with this book, okay, but all I will say is thank goodness that I do not have the appendage of which an operation like this requires, because oh my goodness, if I did, I can only imagine the pain I would have been in. Spot number 2 goes to Bourbon and Lies by Victoria Wilder. Listen, okay, the main thing that frustrates me when people talk about this book, it's not about cowboys. It's actually about a bourbon distillery, okay? Get it right. This book has set the standard of what a